Hey there, welcome to day 10 of the Amazon 10K challenge, where we take a product from $0 all the way up to $10,000 a month on Amazon. We are in phase 3 and 4 at the moment, so it's day 10. If you haven't watched days 1 to 9, definitely go catch up and meet me back here. We have found a product. We're selling scratch maps. We've improved the product. We're making it bigger. We're making it higher quality. We're making it a little bit thicker. We are finding a supplier right now. We have a buyer request out there and people are starting to reach out. But today we're going to be focusing once again on creating our listing. So yesterday we made the listing skeleton if you tuned in on day 9. So we have that ready. We have a barcode that we can send to our supplier. What we need to do now is, in this video, we're going to be doing keyword research. So we're going to want to rank for certain keywords that are really, really popular and low competition. So we want to come up above our competitors so that when people search, for example, scratch map, they hit enter, they see our listing and then they consider to buy it. So I'm going to show you how to find the best keywords for myself and how you can replicate this technique at home by using these 3 techniques and softwares that I'm about to show you. So to check in on our expenses, we have a $4,000 budget. And from that $4,000, we plan on making $4,000 profit every single month. So it's a 1,200% return on your money over the next 12 months. An amazing investment to make. We're looking to buy 500 scratch maps, and you can see we have spent $184 of that $4,000 in investment so far. And I am very excited and very keen to start spending more of that money so we can start making money as soon as possible. Before we jump in, once again, if you haven't seen this, definitely get into our Facebook group. Everyone's in here. We're all working together. We're all helping each other out. We're all creating $10,000 a month businesses on Amazon. So if that's your goal too, definitely come and join us. Introduce yourself and just say hello. If you haven't got the Amazon Masterclass yet, it's an 11.5-hour course with everything I know about Amazon FBA from what I've learned launching over 12 successful products on Amazon. Definitely click the link in the description to either join this group or to get the Amazon FBA Masterclass. You can save $200 by using the code in the description. So without further ado, let's jump straight into this video and start optimizing or finding and optimizing those keywords for our listing. Don't miss out on this. We are giving away an Amazon product idea that I personally found that will make you over $5,000 every month, $1,000 of PayPal cash to buy your stock, and a fast-track Amazon FBA coaching session to ensure that you launch your product perfectly. To win, all you need to do is subscribe, turn on post notifications, and comment below why you want to start an Amazon FBA business. Enter now, then let's jump into this video. Okay, so here I am logged into my Seller Central account where we're going to sell these scratch maps. We are inside the listing in the edit tab, and you can see, like we went through yesterday, all the information we can put in here for the listing, and then that'll show publicly on Amazon. So what we want to focus on today is keywords here. But what I want to point out is the keywords that we're searching for don't strictly just go into this keywords tab. We're also going to be putting them definitely in the title, definitely in the description, in the both the dot points and these are the dot points up here. It's just to show you where that displays. I'm going to type in scratch map. We're going to come down to one of the more popular ones. Landmass goods is one I've been showing you quite frequently. So these are the dot points right here. That's going to show up whatever you put in here will show on the dot points. You can see you can add up to 5. We'll definitely be using 5. And we'll be going through this tomorrow, going through this description, all these dot points, how to advertise our unique selling propositions and have keywords in here so we're ranking highly too. So, but what we want to do when we find these keywords, we want to make sure they're all in our title, they're in our description, in our dot points, and in our keywords. Because then Amazon can read our listing and they're like, okay, they've got all those keywords in all 4, or they got these certain keywords, the keyword scratch map in all 4 of these tabs. They're going to really associate our listing well with a keyword scratch map, and we're going to be ranking really highly on Amazon. So that's just one thing to note. How we're going to get these keywords, we've got 3 strategies today, and they're all really, really powerful. The first one is actually quite unknown, and it's a really, really powerful way to find keywords. It's called Keyword Inspector. I've used this for a few of my products, and the best thing about it is it has this thing called a reverse ASIN search. what you need to do is you need to see what's ranking well for the keyword that you want. So the main keyword, you don't have to find suggestions for this keyword, but just what is the main keyword, or what do you think the main keyword is? And if you don't know, you can sort of like type in scratch, and then you can see scratch off map of the world, scratch off map, scratch map. These are all keywords that I could search for this ASIN for. I'm going to go with scratch map. And again, we can come down to landmass goods. What you want to look for here for an ASIN to target, or a certain product to target, so you want to look for someone who's ranking highly. So you will see these ones say sponsored. So we don't want to copy the sponsored ASIN over, because they're not ranking high for the search terms. They're just paying for their position up here. This person down here is the first one who's not sponsored and is ranking first. So this person has the first rank for the word scratch map. This person has the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, and so on. What we want to do is we want to take someone who's ranking highly and not paying for it, and has low reviews, 0 reviews here, 4 reviews here, because that way we know that they are not ranking just on momentum or a lot of sales. So this person here who has 4 reviews, for example, they don't have a lot of sales, but they're ranking highly, which means they have to be keyword optimized. And I actually have a cool little photo of an iPad in there. I quite like what they've done there. But they have to be very well keyword optimized in order to maintain this rank. So this is someone I would copy. So you come down and find their ASIN. And what this program does is it essentially pulls the keywords from an ASIN. You would put it down here, actually, 1 line per ASIN. And how it works is I use the USA extensive one, which will give us all the keywords and their rankings. I've never used a universal. The other one you can use is the simple one. I'm going to show you the results in just a second, but it costs, let's have a look at how much it costs. 3 credits per ASIN. Let's see how much it costs to buy a credit. How do we buy credits? It's a free search word, so buy credits. Here we go. So it's a monthly subscription. 25 credits is $20, and I guess that's the smallest package we can buy. So we would buy 20 credits, and I've already done this, and I can't unfortunately log in and show you exactly what to do, because it does bring up my other products that I've already searched. But we're going to put in $20 over here in creating our listing for the keyword inspector. Nope, that's not how you spell inspector. Keyword inspector. And that's $20, which is awesome. We're investing more money. It comes up to $204. We crossed 200. Awesome stuff. Now, I've already pulled these. And what it'll do is download it into a file like this. And just to see, what was the ASIN of this one? It was 5D at the end. So that is this one here. I've pulled 3 different listings. And I would advise you to use all your 20 credits. So pull 5, 6 different listings. And as you can see, this is the 5D, so this is the one that has 4 reviews but is still ranking high. You can see what it is. It comes in and tells you what keywords they're using in their back end, the exact keywords that they're using. And this is so incredible, because you can just copy these over into your listing as long as they're relevant and they're not using brand names or whatever. And then you'll start ranking very, very similarly to that item who's ranking really highly. I also pulled the keywords for the top 2 listings, which was landmass goods and the other guy who has about 400 reviews. I don't remember his name. And you can see this guy has a lot of keywords back there. And these are keywords that he has manually put into his backend. So the keywords that he's put here, up here, no, it's intended to use target audience, other attributes, search terms. The ones he's put in here are the ones that it's pulling up right now. And then you can see, so this guy has quite a few keywords. You can also sort them in by different statistics over here. And then the last guy, that's the first one. No, this is the last guy here. And this one I pulled just a simple search, which is why it's only got 3 columns. But he's got a lot of keywords back there, which is really cool, because I can sort through these ones. I can see which ones are relevant to my map, which ones are getting good search volume, and put them straight into my backend. Now, in this video, I'm just going to be showing you these strategies, because I'm going to do this not on camera, because it is going to take a lot of time. You can also see things like want a girlfriend. I don't know why that's in there. I guess he's put that in his backend to try and rank for want a girlfriend. I'm not sure. It's a little bit strange. I'm not going to copy that one into mine. But there might be some odd keywords in there I'm just going to leave out because I don't really want to put those in my listing. But you can see there's a lot of great ideas and you don't have to think too much. A pin map of the world, maps to pin, traveling gifts is a great keyword to put in there. A lot of stuff about travel, lost map, color map of the US. These are all really, really great keywords that I'll be copying into mine. So that's the first strategy. It's called Keyword Inspector Tool, and I highly, highly, highly recommend this one. The second way to do it is a very simple way, and you may already be familiar with the strategy, but basically we're using the Amazon search bar again. So we can come in here and simply type in Scratch. And what comes up is the top searched words using with the top searched phrases in order of popularity using that word scratch. So scratch off map of the world is number 1, scratch off map number 2, scratch map number 3, scratch off world map poster. I would definitely use all of these keywords that come up here. Then I could type in something like map of the world. I'll put in map pins, map of the United States, map scratch off. So in a different order I'd put that in. Map of the world scratch off. So you can see these maps are popular because they're ranking for just map. You can put in stuff like globe. You can put in stuff like travel, traveler map. You can see these ones come up. Map, traveler map scratch. All of these ones I'll be putting in. Traveler gifts for men, really good. So the third technique to find really golden opportunities to give you ideas of what to put in your keywords, and it's really important to do all of these things because you get a variety of suggestions from each one. The most powerful one is, of course, using what your successful competitors are already doing, but I'm going to show you the other two because it's important to do all three. Or 4. I'm actually going to show you a fourth one too, because you can find some really golden nuggets, things that people aren't actually currently ranking for, but people are searching for. So do spend a lot of time on this and take a lot of time when choosing your keywords. I'm also going to give you a way to prioritize your keywords and to choose a main keyword that we are going to try to rank for. So Google AdWords is the third one. It's called Google AdWords Keyword Planner. You can just Google those 4 words. You have to sign up for AdWords to be able to use it. But if you Google those words in that order, Google AdWords Keyword Planner, it will bring you to this page. And this is supposed to be used to bid on ads in Google, but it's really good to get ideas of similar maps, of similar keywords, for our map. And you can see all I've done is push the find keywords and I put in scratch off map up here. And down here, it's going to show us all the keywords that are also search for similar to that. And you can see this is a free tool too, so this is really cool to come and do. Watercolor, world map, GIFs. These are actually really excuse me, these are really powerful keywords that we can use for our map. And there's a lot of people. You can see the competition and the search volume. 49,500 people search scratch map every single month on Google, not on Amazon but on Google. Scratch off world map, you can see is the second highest. So you can actually see what is the most competitive and what is the most popularly searched for. So if we scroll down, we can see this one down here, online scratch map. Probably not what we want because we don't have an online scratch map, but we could use it as a keyword and try and persuade someone who's looking for a scratch map, but not necessary. So that's another great way to find ideas. Then I want to come across to Google Trends. So you can get this at trends.google.com. And the best thing about these trends, I'm just going to delete this one for a second. Click those dots, remove. You can compare your top keywords. So once I go through my competitor keywords, once I go through Google AdWords, once I go through the Amazon search bar keyword suggestions, I like to come into Google Trends and see what is the most popular, because I like to go for really big keywords because I know I can market my product well, and the better you can market your product, the harder the keywords you can rank for. So I typed in scratch map, scratch off map, scratch off world map, because I thought they were the 3 biggest keywords that are most relevant to my map. And a word of warning here, you want to have these keywords actually relate to your product. If you're just using any random keywords like iPhone or any latest trend, fidget spinner or whatever, you're going to get really untargeted traffic. And what happens when you get highly untargeted traffic? They're not going to click your listing. So Amazon might rank you for iPhone if you're doing really well, but all of a sudden no one's clicking on your listing because it's not an iPhone and people aren't looking for a scratch map. they're going to scroll past it, and that's going to damage your listing quality score. So you want to make sure you are only using relevant keywords for your listing. With that said, you can see that these are all relevant to my map, and you can see the ranking here, interest over time. So this is how many people have Googled it worldwide. So we can actually change that to US because we're going to be selling in the US. And P Q S T S T U United States. There we go. Past 12 months is fine, and that's a better representation of it. You can see it's peaking right now, which is good news. A lot of people are searching for it. It's a popular product. But you can see Scratch Map is by far number 1, and then number 2 is Scratch Off Map, and number 3, right down there, 19% of the searches that Scratch Map gets is Scratch Off World Map. What I also want to do is come in and type in a big keyword like World Map. And you can see that this one will overshadow those keywords like crazy because it's so much more searched. It turns Scratch Map, which was our highest one, into 3. So 3% of the most search volume here. So it's a little bit confusing, but it's about 1 or 2% of the total searches that, I guess a little bit more. It's about 6% of the total searches that the word or the term World Map gets. And that's important because coming over to Amazon, we can actually rank for World Map. For people who don't know that World Maps, scratch off World Maps exist, they might be looking for a World Map, and they can scroll down. So this one's an ad, so I'm going to ignore that. They can scroll down, and then they can all of a sudden see this one's here. It's a Scratch Off Map who's ranking for World Map. And then scroll down here, and this is the bestseller one, the landmass goods that we keep coming back to. One of the bigger fish in the niche. They are actually ranking for the really competitive term World Map, which is amazing because there's, as you can see, this is not Amazon, but data is going to be similar. There's a lot more people searching for World Map, so it's getting a lot of sales over here in World Map, and that's boosting its ranking for all its other keywords, such as Scratch Off World Map, which is why it ranks so high. Scratch Off Map of the World, I bet you it's in here. So these are ads, landmass goods, number 2. Because it's getting that heavy traffic from that one main keyword, it's leaking into all its other keywords and giving it lots and lots of power for that. So they're doing really well, and it actually makes me consider trying to rank for World Map. Now, I wouldn't do that out of the gates because we don't have too much momentum, and we have a smaller, not too small, but medium-sized budget of $4,000. But long term, after 3 or 4 months, and once I've flipped the units a bit and got a little bit more capital, I can definitely come back in here and tweak the keywords and start going after some really general, bigger terms like World Map. So I'm going to be going through overnight and picking out the best keywords from all of these strategies and putting them in here. In here, down at search terms. Now, the thing to remember in search terms is you get a lot. I don't know what the character limit is, but you get a lot of search terms, as you can see with this guy down here. He's got over 4, 5, 6, 1,500 search terms in there, which is actually unreal. I don't know if you actually have that many. So I don't think you have over 3,000 terms. I'm not sure why he actually has 3,000, but I'll be going through picking out the best ones, I guess, and then putting them in here. You can simply click add more boxes. Every time you want more boxes, I guess it gives you 5, and then you can just enter them in along like this. Scratch Map. And then the key is not to use commas. Everyone says don't use commas because they're unnecessary, and Amazon will just read every word as itself. One of the top tips you can give, 1, to save space so you can fit in more words, and 2, to help Amazon index your listing for different variations of the keyword. You can actually use a dash like this, Scratch Map. And what's that would Amazon read that as is they read it for all variations. So like Scratch Map, Scratch Map, and then also, of course, the one with the dash. The dash here, you'll show up for all 3 of these variations. So there's no need to type them all out. If you put the dash in here, that's a top tip that I recently learned actually, and it works really well. So if you're trying to save space, and in general, I think Amazon actually like those dashes in there. Hyphenate your words if they can be hyphenated, and it will show up for all of those keywords. So I'm going to spend tonight going through those keywords, picking the best ones. Last thing to mention here is the more forward it is, the more early you list the keyword, the more weighting Amazon give them. So definitely give your most powerful keywords that you want to rank highly for. Give them front position in these search term boxes. And then as you go further and further out and you start listing more keywords, that's when you can get into those broader keywords that you don't really care about too much, or they have less traffic. Such as laminated US travel map will have a lot less traffic than scratch map or world map. So that is how I find my keywords. It's been very, very powerful, and it's allowed me to rank #1 for a lot of my search terms. Make sure you're taking action and following along and doing this keyword research for yourself. Again, we don't even have to have our supplier yet. We don't have to have our product sourced yet. We just need to keep taking action and creating our listing step by step together. And then once our product is sourced, which I'm working on in the background, and I have done some of this ahead of time to help save time as well, and make this a better series for you. Once we have our listing up, we'll be able to get our product in stock because we got the barcodes. I'll show you how to create a shipping plan and get them in stock, and then we can start our launch. So thanks so much for watching. Remember to subscribe, join the Facebook course, join the Facebook group, get the course in the link to save $200, and I'll see you in day 11 tomorrow.